The battlefield of your life begins the moment your eyes open. The enemy is not always outside, it's often inside. That voice of doubt, fear, complacency, that voice tries to greet you before your feet even hit the floor. And if you don't take control of your mind first thing in the morning, something else will. I was created on purpose, for a purpose. That means my life is not an accident. Every detail of my being, my personality, my strengths, my weaknesses, my experiences was carefully and intentionally crafted. There is nothing random about me. I'm not the result of chance or coincidence. I am the result of divine intention. There was a decision made in heaven before I ever took my first breath on earth. That decision said the world needed what I carry. And because of that, I have no reason to shrink, no excuse to hide, and no right to settle. When I understand that I was created on purpose, I stop comparing myself to other people. I recognize that purpose doesn't compete, it completes. I wasn't designed to be a copy of anyone else. I wasn't meant to walk their path, mimic their gifts, or envy their success. I am here to do something that no one else can do the way I can do it. I am equipped for an assignment that fits me perfectly, even if it scares me, stretches me, or challenges me. And the fact that it's hard doesn't mean it's not mine. It just means I'm growing into the level I was always meant to walk in. My purpose is bigger than my pain. Everything I've been through, every disappointment, every setback, every moment I wanted to give up was shaping me for what I'm supposed to do. Nothing is wasted. Even my wounds have wisdom. Even my struggles carry strategy. I've been prepared in private for what I will do in public. My purpose required pressure, it required pruning, it required process, but it also produced power. And now that I know why I'm here, I won't apologize for being focused. Purpose gives me permission to say no. I don't have to chase every opportunity, answer every call, or please every person. If it doesn't align with my assignment, it's a distraction. If it doesn't fuel my future, it's draining my destiny. I can walk away from what looks good to stay aligned with what is good. I can say no to comfort to stay committed to calling. I can say no to temporary applause to stay faithful to eternal impact. See, I don't need validation when I already have a vision. Knowing I was created on purpose means I live with intentionality. I don't just wake up and go through the motions. I wake up with mission. I ask different questions. I seek out different rooms. I surround myself with people who speak to where I'm going, not just where I've been. I move differently because I'm not wandering and walking in purpose. And every step I take is a seed I'm sowing into my future. Every moment matters when you understand you're living for something greater than yourself. Purpose is not a job title, a platform, or a paycheck. Purpose is obedience to the assignment on your life. It's the quiet yes when no one's watching. It's the consistent excellence when no one is clapping. It's the decision to keep showing up when quitting would be easier. Purpose doesn't always feel glamorous, but it always produces glory. And that's why I pursue it daily, not for what I can get, but for what I was born to give. There's something inside of me that's connected to somebody else's breakthrough. I'm not just living for me, I'm living for the people my life will impact. That means if I don't show up, something is missing in the earth. If I don't speak, someone stays silent. If I don't build, someone's destiny is delayed. I carry answers, I carry healing, I carry solutions, I carry transformation. And the more I walk in my purpose, the more others are released to walk in theirs. I was created on purpose, and that means my life is valuable. I don't have to earn worth. I was born with it. I don't have to chase significance. I am significant. I am here because I was needed. I am breathing because I am becoming. I am alive because there is still more for me to do, more people to reach, more impact to make. And I will not waste another day acting like I don't have. Because I do. Today I dominate my day does not dominate me. I wake up with authority, not anxiety. I don't roll over and check my phone before I check in with purpose. I don't let the notifications, the emails, or the chaos of the world set the tone for how I move. I set the tone. I create the rhythm. I determine the flow. From the moment I rise, I make a decision. This day belongs to me, not the other way around. I don't wait to see what the day brings. I show up and bring the day what I have already decided it will be. I am not a slave to the clock, the schedule, or the demands of others. I don't live in reaction mode. I live in creation mode. I don't spend my time putting out fires I didn't start. I build what matters. I move with clarity. I know what I need to accomplish, and I refuse to let distractions dictate my direction. My calendar reflects my calling. My time reflects my values. I don't allow urgency to overtake importance. I dominate my time by giving it structure, by guarding it with discipline, and by aligning it with purpose. I don't just go through the motions. I move with intention. My actions are not random. My steps are not wasted. Every phone call, every conversation, every task is filtered through a lens of impact. If it doesn't build, if it doesn't align, if it doesn't move me or someone else forward, it doesn't belong in my day. I don't need to be busy to be effective. I don't measure progress by how tired I am. I measure it by how much of my purpose I executed with focus and excellence. When problems show up, I don't panic, I prioritize. When obstacles arise, I don't retreat, I re-strategize. I refuse to let anything that comes at me break what's already been built inside me. I don't fold under pressure, I function in it. I was built to handle hard things. I was wired for progress. I was designed to lead. That means when the unexpected comes, I don't give up my power. I take even greater control. I shift, I pivot, I move forward with wisdom and faith. I command my energy. I decide what thoughts I entertain. I choose what kind of attitude I bring into every room I enter. I'm not controlled by moods or emotions. I feel them, but I don't follow them. I lead with principle, not preference. I do what needs to be done, not just what I feel like doing. Because greatness isn't built on convenience, it's built on consistency. And today I choose to be consistent with who I'm becoming. The people I interact with today will experience excellence, not excuses. I don't let other people's chaos become my culture. I don't absorb drama, I disarm it. I don't tolerate disrespect, I address it with clarity and grace. I protect my peace because it's the platform where my productivity is built. I show up with solutions, I walk in calm confidence, and I lead with emotional intelligence because that's what domination looks like in a world full of disorder. Every goal I touch today will feel the weight of my commitment. I don't just wish, I work. I don't just dream, I deliver. I track progress, I measure results, I celebrate wins, and I learn from losses. I don't waste time talking about what I could do, I do it. I take action. I take responsibility. I take territory. I don't wait for permission to advance. I move with the understanding that the authority to succeed has already been given to me. I dominate my day by being fully present in it. I don't dwell on yesterday. I don't fear tomorrow. I give my best to the moment I'm in. I bring my whole self to the task in front of me. My thoughts are clear. My heart is strong. My hands are diligent. I don't coast. I don't drift. I don't let the day pass me by, I take it. Every minute is a gift, and I use each one to move closer to the life I've been called to build. I am not average, and I refuse to act like I am. There is nothing ordinary about my design. From the way I think to the way I show up, I carry a uniqueness that cannot be duplicated. I don't need the world to validate it. I was born with it. I was crafted with excellence in mind, formed with intention, and filled with potential that exceeds surface level living. I wasn't created to blend in with the crowd. I was created to stand out with purpose. Average might be common, but it's not my standard. Acting average is easy. It requires no discipline, no vision, no fire. It allows comfort to become a cage and mediocrity to feel like success. But I've seen too much, dreamed too much, and survived too much to pretend I was built for the bare minimum. I don't chase average because average doesn't carry the weight of my calling. Average doesn't move nations, break curses, or build legacies. And because I've been called to all three, I have to move differently. I don't show up halfway. I don't give partial effort. I don't allow excuses to speak louder than execution. When I walk into a room, I bring presence. When I commit to something, I bring excellence. When I speak, I bring weight. Average people show up for applause. I show up to shift atmospheres. Average people seek approval, I seek alignment. And that mindset separates me in every environment I enter. I don't water down my brilliance to make others comfortable. I don't shrink my vision to fit someone else's level of faith. I'm not here to play small for the sake of blending in. I was born to shine, and I refuse to dim what God put inside of me. Playing average doesn't protect me, it sabotages me. It disconnects me from the level I was designed to live on. So I choose every day to walk with boldness, to speak with authority, and to operate in the fullness of who I am. Being uncommon means I have to be uncomfortable. I say no to distractions others entertain. I build when others complain. I grow when others quit. The standards I hold aren't for appearance, they're for alignment. Because greatness doesn't happen by accident. It's built by decisions made daily, often in silence, long before the spotlight ever comes. I do the unseen work because I know that's where real transformation lives. I don't envy the results of average people because I'm not running the same race. I'm not in competition with those who settled. My competition is who I was yesterday. My mission is to stretch the capacity of who I can become. So when others take shortcuts, I build systems. When others clock out mentally, I lean in spiritually. When others settle for good enough, I reach for the extraordinary. I understand that being above average is not about ego, it's about stewardship. I've been given too much to waste, too much vision, too much resilience, too much wisdom forged through pain. I don't throw that away by pretending I'm like everybody else. The more I walk in distinction, the more I attract divine opportunities. The more I embrace my difference, the more I multiply my impact. I wasn't just made different, I was made for different. I am not average, and I don't entertain average habits. I don't speak average language. I don't make average investments in my mind, my faith, or my craft. I surround myself with people who challenge me to grow, not people who comfort me into staying small. I pursue mastery, not mediocrity. I wake up with vision, walk with discipline, and end my day with intentionality because average was never my destination. It was just the path I chose to leave behind. I operate from faith, not fear. Faith is the lens through which I see every possibility, every challenge, and every opportunity. It's the belief that what's meant for me will find me, that the doors I need will open, and the provision I require will be provided. Faith isn't a passive feeling, it's a powerful force that propels me forward even when the path seems unclear. Fear, on the other hand, is a weight that drags me back, that questions every step and makes me doubt my ability. Fear says wait, but faith says move. And I choose to move. Fear wants me to shrink, to second guess, and to stay within the confines of what's comfortable. It whispers, what if you fail? What if you're not good enough? What if it doesn't work out? But I refuse to listen to the voice of fear because I know that it's not the voice of truth. Fear seeks to paralyze me with uncertainty, to stop me from stepping into the very purpose I was created to fulfill. But faith fuels me with a confidence that no matter the obstacles, I am equipped for the journey. It's not about having all the answers, but trusting that I will be provided with the wisdom when I need it. I choose faith because I know that faith moves mountains. When others see a wall, faith sees an opportunity. Where fear sees impossibility, faith sees a door waiting to be opened. Faith doesn't ask for guarantees, it steps forward believing that the steps will be ordered. It's not about a perfect plan. It's about trusting that the plan is perfect, even when the details are unknown. When I operate from faith, I take risks, I challenge the status quo, and I pursue dreams that others might think impossible because I know that faith always makes a way where fear sees none. Fear would have me believe that I am limited by my circumstances, that I am bound by what I've been through or by what I lack. It would tell me that my past mistakes define my future potential. But faith shifts my perspective. Faith says that I am not bound by the past, but that I am defined by the grace that is constantly unfolding in my life. Faith reminds me that the same power that raised the dead lives within me. It empowers me to break free from the limitations that fear tries to place on my mind and my heart. Operating from faith also means that I trust the timing of my life. Fear causes impatience. It makes me question why things aren't happening as fast as I'd like, or when things seem to be taking longer than I expect. Fear makes me feel like I'm running out of time, like I'm not where I should be. But faith teaches me that timing is everything. Faith reminds me that what is meant for me will come to me in its perfect season. I don't rush God's plan. I rest in knowing that it's unfolding in divine timing, and I don't have to force anything to happen. Faith gives me peace while I wait, knowing that everything is working together for my good. I operate from faith because I understand that the fear of failure is an illusion. There is no failure in faith, only lessons. Every setback, every challenge, every moment that doesn't go according to plan is simply part of the process of growth. Fear would have me avoid taking chances, but faith invites me to take bold actions even when I'm uncertain. I understand that each step forward is a step toward growth. Faith teaches me that it's not about being perfect, it's about being persistent. I know that even when things don't go as planned, they're still going according to God's perfect plan. Faith also teaches me that I am not in this alone. Fear would have me believe that I'm doing everything in my own strength, that I'm carrying the weight of my dreams by myself. But faith reminds me that I have divine help. I have the support of a higher power that is always with me, guiding me, protecting me, and opening doors I couldn't open on my own. Faith gives me the strength to keep moving forward when I feel weak and the courage to keep going when the road is tough. I operate from faith because I understand that fear is not a permanent state. It is a feeling that can be overcome, a battle that can be won. Faith isn't the absence of fear. It's the decision to move forward in spite of fear. When fear rises, faith rises higher. Faith is the antidote to the paralysis that fear seeks to impose. When I trust that my steps are ordered, when I believe that I am capable, when I know that the outcome is already secured, fear loses its power. Faith shifts my mindset, my emotions, and my actions, allowing me to move in boldness, to act with confidence, and to live with a conviction that the best is always yet to come. I expect favor, and I walk in it daily. Favor is not just a nice idea or a distant hope for me. It is a reality I expect to experience every single day. I wake up with the belief that my day is filled with opportunities that will work in my favor. I know that favor is not something I have to chase or beg for. It is already on my life. And I don't need to wait for others to recognize it or acknowledge it. I carry favor, and that favor works on my behalf in ways that I cannot always see, but trust are unfolding. Every interaction I have, I expect favor. When I walk into a room, I expect doors to open before I even knock. I expect that people will go out of their way to assist me, that my efforts will be met with support, and that obstacles will be removed as I continue my path. Favor doesn't just happen when I'm at my best. Favor follows me even when I'm feeling less than perfect. It's not based on my performance, but on the grace I've been given. I don't have to earn it, I simply have to walk in it. Favor changes the way I show up in the world. I don't walk into situations with doubt or hesitation. I walk in with the confidence that I am walking on a path that has already been paved for me. I believe that favor precedes me, that it goes ahead of me and creates the conditions for my success. Even in environments where I may seem like the underdog, I know that favor places me on top. It's not about who I know or where I come from. It's about who I belong to and the favor that comes from that divine connection. I don't wait for favor to find me. I actively seek it out by aligning my actions with my expectations. I'm deliberate in my choices, knowing that favor follows faith and preparation. I position myself for the opportunities that will bring about my next level. I expect favor when I make bold moves, when I step out of my comfort zone, and when I take risks that others may shy away from. I walk with a mindset that the more I stretch, the more favor will stretch with me, empowering me to reach heights I never imagined. Favor is not about shortcuts, it's about divine acceleration. It allows me to move faster than I could on my own. Where others might struggle, favor lifts me. Where others might face setbacks, favor moves me forward. I don't have to fight for every inch or claw my way to the top. Favor speeds up my process. It brings people into my life who open doors, connect me with resources, and introduce me to opportunities that were never on my radar. I don't just work hard, I work with the assurance that favor is amplifying my efforts and making them more impactful. Every setback is simply a setup for favor. I don't let delays discourage me because I know that favor works behind the scenes, setting things in motion that I cannot see. When things don't go as planned, I trust that favor is still in action, preparing the way for what's next. I expect that what might seem like a setback is just a part of the bigger plan. Favor is working on my behalf, turning everything in my favor, even when I can't see it yet. I don't question the process. I trust it. Favor flows through me and into others. I expect that as I walk in favor, it will overflow into the lives of those around me. I don't hoard favor for myself, I share it. I look for opportunities to lift others, to bless them, to help them experience the same abundance I am receiving. Favor is not a limited resource, it multiplies. The more I walk in it, the more I have to give. I expect favor to not only elevate my life, but also to elevate the lives of those I encounter, creating a ripple effect of blessings and opportunities that spread far beyond me. I walk in favor with gratitude and humility. I don't take it for granted. Every moment of favor reminds me of the abundance that is available to me and the power of divine connection. I recognize that favor is not something I deserve, but something I am graciously given. It's a gift, and I handle it with care. I expect favor to continue to show up in ways I cannot predict, and I know that as long as I continue to walk in faith, it will never stop flowing. I solve problems, and I create value. Every day I wake up with a mindset that is focused on solutions. I don't dwell on the challenges that come my way, nor do I allow them to paralyze me. Instead, I see each problem as an opportunity in disguise. The moment I encounter a challenge, I shift my thinking into problem-solving mode. I know that the key to unlocking growth, progress, and success lies not in avoiding problems, but in facing them head-on with the confidence that I can find a solution. Problems are not obstacles, they are invitations to innovate, to improve, and to show up as the person I was created to be. Solving problems requires creativity, resourcefulness, and persistence. I don't settle for the first solution that comes to mind. I dig deeper, explore different angles, and consider what hasn't been considered before. It's about being willing to think outside the box, to challenge the status quo, and to be open to unconventional approaches. I approach every situation with the mindset that there is always a way through. Even when the way is not immediately clear, I look for solutions that not only fix the problem, but also lead to better systems, greater efficiency, and a deeper understanding of how to prevent similar challenges from arising in the future. I understand that creating value is just as important as solving problems. It's not enough to just fix something temporarily or put a bandage on an issue. True value comes from creating sustainable, long-term solutions that make a meaningful impact. I don't just aim to meet expectations, I strive to exceed them. I look for ways to add value to every situation, every interaction, and every opportunity, whether it's through my work, my ideas, or the way I engage with others. I'm always thinking about how I can make something better, more efficient, or more impactful. I believe that the value I create doesn't just benefit me, it benefits everyone around me. Creating value is about leaving a lasting legacy. I don't want to just exist in the world, I want to leave it better than I found it. Every problem I solve, every project I complete, every relationship I build is an opportunity to contribute something meaningful to the world. I don't take my influence lightly. I know that the way I approach challenges, the solutions I provide, and the value I add have a ripple effect that can extend far beyond my immediate circle. The value I create today becomes the foundation for tomorrow's success, and it can inspire and elevate others to do the same. The act of solving problems and creating value is a continuous journey. It's not a one-time effort, but a daily commitment to improvement. I don't wait for problems to find me. I actively seek out areas where solutions are needed. I look for gaps in processes, inefficiencies, and opportunities to make things better. Creating value is about taking initiative, being proactive, and not waiting for someone else to step in. It's about taking responsibility for what's within my control and making the most of every resource at my disposal. I know that every small improvement adds up and that consistent efforts lead to significant changes over time. I solve problems and create value because I understand the importance of contribution. Life is not about what I can take, but about what I can give. I am here to add to the world, to make a difference, and to leave a positive impact. The problems I solve are not just about personal gain, they are about making the world around me better. Whether it's through my career, my relationships, or the way I engage with my community, I am always thinking about how I can contribute to the greater good. I don't just want to be known for what I accomplish, I want to be remembered for what I contribute. The process of solving problems and creating value also requires constant learning and growth. I don't claim to have all the answers, but I am always seeking to expand my knowledge and sharpen my skills. I embrace challenges as opportunities to learn. Each problem I solve teaches me something new, and each solution I create opens up new possibilities. I seek out mentors, read, listen, and engage with others who can help me grow. The more I learn, the more I am able to contribute, and the more value I can create in every area of my life. Solving problems and creating value is not just a skill, it's a way of life. It is a mindset that shapes the way I approach everything, from the smallest daily tasks to the biggest challenges. I don't just want to react to life, I want to be an active participant in shaping it. I want to be known for my ability to find solutions, to add value, and to make a lasting impact. I know that the problems I solve today set the stage for the opportunities of tomorrow, and the value I create is the legacy I leave behind. I speak life and I produce life. The words I speak are not just sounds or fleeting expressions, they are powerful forces that shape my reality. I understand that my words carry weight, and the language I use can either build or break, create or destroy. I don't speak lightly or carelessly because I know that every word I utter plants seeds that will eventually grow into the outcomes I experience. Speaking life is a conscious decision, one that I make every day. I choose to speak words that uplift, empower, and inspire, not just for others, but for myself as well. The language of life flows from my mouth, and it colors every aspect of my existence. Speaking life means that I affirm my dreams and ambitions, no matter how impossible they may seem. I don't speak about what I can't do or what I'm afraid to try. Instead, I declare what I will do, what I can become, and the future I am building. I speak about my potential, my possibilities, and the power that lies within me. I declare success before it happens, joy before it arrives, and peace even in the midst of chaos. I know that what I speak over my life today shapes my tomorrow. My words are declarations, not just wishes. I also speak life into the people around me. I recognize the power of encouragement and the impact of my words on those I interact with. I don't tear others down with criticism or negativity. Instead, I speak words of affirmation, hope, and belief. When others are struggling, I remind them of their strength, their worth, and their purpose. I choose to see the best in people, and I speak that truth to them, even when they can't see it for themselves. When I speak life into others, I help them recognize their own potential, and in doing so, I contribute to the growth and positivity in their lives. To speak life is to resist the temptation to speak death. Negative thoughts, doubts, and fears are not my language. I don't speak about what I don't want. I don't speak about defeat, failure, or limitations. Those words have no power over me because I refuse to give them space in my life. I don't entertain negativity in my speech because I know it creates the very things I want to avoid. Instead, I speak what I want to see. Peace, prosperity, success, and abundance. I speak life not only because it's good for me, but because it creates an environment where growth can happen, where potential can thrive. When I speak life, I align my words with my actions. It's not enough to simply say the right things. I must also act in accordance with the life I am speaking. I show up in the world with the same energy I put into my words. If I speak success, I work towards success. If I speak peace, I create peace through my choices and behavior. My words are not empty. They are a reflection of my commitment to producing the life I desire. I understand that my actions and my words must be in harmony. They must work together to manifest the life I envision. Speaking life is not about ignoring the difficulties I may face, but about choosing to respond to them with hope and optimism. I acknowledge the challenges, but I don't let them define me. Instead, I speak resilience, strength, and victory into every trial. I don't claim defeat, I claim the victory that is promised to me. I speak life even when circumstances suggest otherwise, because I know that my words are more powerful than the situations I encounter. I don't allow the temporary setbacks to change my confession or my vision. I speak life through the struggle, and in doing so, I set the stage for the breakthrough. I also recognize that speaking life is a continuous practice. It's not enough to speak positively just once or in certain moments. I must make it a part of my daily routine, a habit that shapes my character and mindset. I begin my day by speaking life into my circumstances, my goals, and my relationships. I surround myself with words of affirmation, both spoken and written. I make sure that my thoughts and my speech align with the life I desire to live. I stay consistent because I know that consistency is key to producing lasting results. The more I speak life, the more life begins to manifest in every area of my world. Finally, I understand that the life I speak into existence is not only for me, but for those I influence. When I speak life, I set an example for others to follow. My words become a source of encouragement, motivation, and inspiration. I create an environment where others are empowered to speak life into their own situations. By consistently speaking life, I cultivate a culture of growth, positivity, and possibility wherever I go. I understand that the life I speak doesn't just change me, it has the potential to transform the world around me as well. I forgive quickly and I release easily. Forgiveness is not just a concept for me, it is a way of life. I understand that harboring resentment or holding on to past hurts does nothing but weigh me down, preventing me from moving forward. I don't allow grudges to take root in my heart because I know that unforgiveness is a prison I build for myself. It keeps me chained to the past and it robs me of the peace and joy that I deserve. So I make the decision to forgive quickly. The moment I feel hurt or offended, I choose to release it because I understand that holding on to anger only harms me. Forgiveness is not about excusing the wrongs done to me, nor is it about pretending that the hurt didn't happen. It is about freeing myself from the burden of bitterness. I forgive because I recognize that forgiveness is a gift I give to myself, not to the person who wronged me. It doesn't mean I forget what happened, but it means I stop allowing the actions of others to have power over my present. Forgiveness is an act of liberation. It releases me from the grip of past wounds and gives me the freedom to live fully in the now. When I forgive quickly, I prevent resentment from taking root in my heart. I know that resentment can grow like a poison, slowly eating away at my peace and my joy. If I hold on to bitterness, it becomes a part of my identity. I begin to see the world through the lens of anger, and it colors all my interactions. But by forgiving quickly, I nip that negativity in the bud. I don't give it time to grow or fester. I choose to let go of the hurt before it can take root and begin to affect my heart and mind. This allows me to stay light, free, and open to the good that life has to offer. Releasing easily is also an important part of my practice. Letting go is not just about forgiving others. It's about releasing the things that no longer serve me, whether they are people, situations, or expectations. I don't hold on to things that drain me, frustrate me, or limit me. I understand that holding on to negative energy only limits my potential. I let go of the need to control everything. I release the desire to keep people or circumstances the way I think they should be. Instead, I allow life to flow naturally, trusting that what I need will come and that what I no longer need will leave. I forgive quickly because I know that unforgiveness affects my mental and physical health. When I allow anger and bitterness to linger, it impacts my well-being. It causes stress, anxiety, and even physical tension. The more I hold on to grudges, the more I invite negativity into my life. But when I forgive, I release that weight, I release the emotional burden that comes with holding on to pain, and I make room for peace and healing. Forgiveness is a powerful act of self-care. It's an investment in my own happiness, health, and inner peace. Releasing easily means that I don't allow negative experiences to define my future. I don't let one bad experience or one person's actions shape how I view the world. I understand that life is full of ups and downs, but it's not about what happens to me, it's about how I respond. I choose to respond with grace, knowing that my future is not dictated by my past. When I let go of old hurts, I make space for new blessings to come into my life. I don't allow past mistakes or failures to hold me hostage. I release them, and I move forward with confidence and hope. Forgiveness and release are not signs of weakness. They are signs of strength. It takes strength to forgive someone who has wronged you. It takes courage to release the grip that past hurts have on you. But I understand that true strength is not about holding on to anger or seeking revenge. True strength is about letting go, finding peace, and choosing to heal. I forgive because it takes strength to rise above the negativity and to choose to live in peace. I release easily because I know that doing so empowers me to live fully and freely. When I forgive quickly, I allow space for understanding and compassion. I understand that everyone is dealing with their own struggles, and sometimes people hurt others without even realizing the impact of their actions. I forgive because I recognize that I too have made mistakes and have needed forgiveness in my own life. By forgiving quickly, I create an atmosphere of grace and compassion, not only for others, but for myself as well. I understand that holding on to grudges only perpetuates a cycle of negativity, but forgiveness breaks that cycle and opens the door to healing and reconciliation. I release easily because I refuse to carry unnecessary burdens. Life is full of challenges, and I know that I don't need to add unnecessary weight to my journey by holding on to things that don't serve me. When I release, I free myself from the emotional and mental clutter that can distract me from my true purpose. I let go of old disappointments, past mistakes, and unfulfilled expectations. I release the need to control everything and trust that the universe is working on my behalf. I walk forward with a sense of lightness, knowing that I am free to embrace the future without the baggage of the past. By forgiving quickly and releasing easily, I create an environment of peace, love, and growth in my life. I don't allow negativity to settle in my heart, and I don't let it take root in my relationships. I choose peace over conflict, healing over bitterness, and freedom over resentment. I forgive not just for others, but for myself. I release not just for others, but for my own well-being. I create the space for love, joy, and prosperity to flow into my life. And in doing so, I make room for my highest potential to manifest. I am healthy, strong, and full of energy. I recognize that my body is the vessel that carries me through life, and it deserves the best care I can give it. I choose to nurture my body with the right foods, exercise, and rest. I feed it with wholesome, nutritious foods that fuel me and support my well-being. I choose to honor my body by listening to its needs, understanding that when I care for it, it performs at its highest level. I am aware that health is not just the absence of illness, but the presence of vitality, and I make a conscious effort to cultivate that vitality every day. I am strong, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally as well. Strength is not only about lifting weights or running marathons. It is about resilience in the face of challenges, perseverance when obstacles arise, and the determination to keep going even when things get tough. I embrace challenges with a positive mindset, knowing that my strength lies in my ability to overcome them. I draw from an inner well of strength that keeps me going no matter what. This strength is a part of who I am, and it allows me to face every day with confidence, knowing that I have the power to handle whatever comes my way. I am full of energy because I consciously choose to engage with life fully. and without hesitation. I don't allow fatigue, stress, or negativity to drain me. Instead, I focus on practices that replenish my energy, exercise, adequate sleep, and moments of mindfulness. I make sure to get enough rest so my body can recharge, knowing that without rest, I cannot be my best self. I recognize that energy is a precious resource, and I use it wisely by engaging in activities that uplift me and bring me joy. Whether it's going for a walk in nature, spending time with loved ones, or pursuing my passions, I make sure to infuse my life with energy-giving activities. I understand that health is a lifestyle, not a one-time choice. It's the daily habits, the little decisions I make every day that shape my well-being. I choose to make exercise a regular part of my life, whether it's through yoga, walking, strength training, or any form of movement that I enjoy. I understand that staying active is not just about staying fit, but about keeping my body strong and capable of performing at its best. Every time I move, I am strengthening my muscles, increasing my stamina, and boosting my heart health. I am building a foundation for a life filled with energy and vitality. I also understand the importance of mental and emotional health. Being healthy, strong, and full of energy is not just about the physical body, it is about the state of my mind and spirit. I prioritize mental well-being by practicing mindfulness, meditation, and positive self-talk. I surround myself with positivity, avoid toxic environments, and engage in activities that promote peace and calm. I know that a healthy mind contributes to a healthy body, and I commit to maintaining both. When I nourish my mind with positive thoughts and beliefs, my body responds by feeling more energized and capable. I recognize that taking care of my health is a lifelong commitment and it requires consistency. I am committed to making small, positive changes that will have a lasting impact on my life. I don't strive for perfection, but for progress. I celebrate every step I take toward better health, no matter how small. I don't focus on temporary fixes or quick solutions, but on sustainable practices that will serve me for years to come. My health is a priority, and I am willing to put in the work to ensure that I continue to feel strong, vibrant, and full of energy for as long as possible. When I feel tired, I know how to recharge my body and mind. I understand that fatigue is a natural part of life, but I also know that I have the tools to restore my energy. Whether it's through a good night's sleep, a relaxing bath, or simply taking a moment to breathe deeply and center myself, I know how to give my body the rest it needs. I am not afraid to rest when necessary, because I understand that rest is essential to maintaining long-term health and vitality. By allowing myself the time to recover, I am ensuring that I have the energy to keep going strong in the days to come. I am grateful for my health, my strength, and the energy that flows through me. I don't take my body or my well-being for granted. I appreciate every breath, every movement, and every beat of my heart. I understand that my body is a gift, and I treat it with the care and respect it deserves. I embrace the feeling of being healthy, strong, and full of energy, knowing that it enables me to live life to the fullest. I am empowered by my vitality, and I choose to use it to create a life of purpose, joy, and fulfillment. I attract divine connections and right opportunities. I believe that my life is guided by a higher purpose, and I am open to the connections and opportunities that align with that purpose. I understand that the people I meet and the opportunities that come my way are not by chance. They are part of the divine plan for my life. I am intentional about cultivating relationships that are meaningful, supportive, and in alignment with my values and goals. I know that when I am in the right place at the right time, the right people will show up to support my journey. I trust that the universe, God, or whatever higher power I believe in, brings into my life the people and opportunities that will help me grow, succeed, and fulfill my purpose. I am open to the divine connections that come my way, and I approach every relationship with an open heart and mind. I understand that not all connections are meant to last forever, but each one serves a purpose. Some people will teach me valuable lessons, while others will be my partners and collaborators, helping me achieve my dreams. I trust that the people I meet are meant to cross my path for a reason, and I am ready to learn from them, grow with them, and build meaningful bonds. I approach every interaction with positivity and authenticity, knowing that when I operate from a place of truth, I attract those who resonate with my energy and values. I recognize that the right opportunities are not just about external circumstances. They are about the alignment of my inner state with what I desire. I attract the opportunities that are in harmony with my goals, dreams, and values. I focus on my vision and take intentional action towards it, and in doing so, I create the space for the right opportunities to manifest. I don't wait for opportunities to fall into my lap. I actively seek them out by putting myself in the right environments, networking with the right people, and continuously improving myself. As I grow and evolve, I know that the right opportunities will present themselves at the right time, and I will be ready to seize them. I am confident in my ability to recognize divine opportunities when they appear. I trust my intuition and inner guidance to lead me in the right direction. When an opportunity aligns with my purpose, I feel it deep within my soul. I don't second guess myself or hesitate when it's the right opportunity. I take decisive action with faith and confidence. I know that when I act in alignment with my purpose, I am not just chasing success, I am walking into a future that has been prepared for me. The right opportunities come easily to me because I am clear about what I want and I am ready to receive them. The connections I attract are meaningful and impactful. I don't just seek superficial relationships, but instead I look for connections that bring mutual growth, support, and understanding. I believe that true success is built on a foundation of strong, positive relationships. I am intentional about surrounding myself with people who inspire me, challenge me, and encourage me to be my best self. I attract individuals who are aligned with my values, who share a similar vision, and who are committed to supporting one another's success. I am not afraid to let go of relationships that no longer serve me because I trust that the right people will come into my life at the right time. I attract divine connections and right opportunities because I am clear about my intentions. I know what I want and what I need, and I trust that the universe is always working to bring those things to me. I don't settle for anything less than what is meant for me. I am patient, trusting that everything I need will come to me in divine timing. I focus on staying aligned with my purpose and being the best version of myself, knowing that when I do so, the right connections and opportunities will naturally flow into my life. I am not in a rush because I know that what is meant for me will never pass me by. I am grateful for the divine connections and right opportunities that already exist in my life, and I trust that even more are on their way. I understand that every connection, every opportunity, no matter how small, is part of the grand plan. I appreciate the people who have crossed my path, the doors that have opened, and the lessons that have been taught. I trust that every step I take is leading me closer to the next level of my life's purpose. With gratitude in my heart, I remain open to the endless possibilities that await me, knowing that the right opportunities and divine connections are already on their way. As I continue to grow and evolve, I attract even more aligned connections and opportunities. The more I focus on my personal development, the more I attract the people and opportunities that will support my vision. I am constantly learning, evolving, and improving, and in doing so, I elevate the frequency at which I attract divine connections. The more I trust myself and my journey, the more I become a magnet for the right opportunities that will lead me to greater success and fulfillment. I know that I am always in the right place at the right time, and I continue to welcome the divine connections and right opportunities that will take me to the next level of my purpose. I am a wealth magnet and a wise steward. I understand that wealth is not just about money, but about the abundance of resources, opportunities, and blessings that flow into my life. I attract wealth in all its forms because I have created an environment that is conducive to prosperity. I am open to receiving wealth, whether it comes in the form of financial gain, valuable experiences, or meaningful relationships. I am a magnet for abundance because I radiate positive energy, confidence, and a mindset that believes in limitless possibilities. I attract the right people, the right opportunities, and the right circumstances that align with my vision of wealth. Being a wealth magnet means that I consciously align myself with abundance. I refuse to accept scarcity as my reality, and I work tirelessly to shift my mindset to one of abundance and prosperity. I know that wealth begins with the way I think and the beliefs I hold. I choose to believe that there is more than enough for everyone and that the universe has endless opportunities for those who are open to them. I focus on creating value in every interaction, knowing that value is the foundation of wealth. I actively seek ways to contribute, create, and solve problems because I understand that wealth flows where value is created. I am a wise steward of the wealth that comes my way. I do not take the resources entrusted to me lightly, and I recognize the responsibility that comes with managing wealth. I make intentional decisions with my money, time, and energy, always mindful of the long-term impact of my choices. I live within my means and choose to save and invest wisely. I understand that wealth is not only about earning, but also about managing and growing what I have. I don't squander opportunities, and I always seek to maximize the potential of the resources available to me. I know that the more wisely I steward what I have, the more it multiplies. Being a wise steward also means that I educate myself continually about finances, wealth-building strategies, and personal growth. I am committed to learning about how money works, how to invest, and how to create long-term wealth. I understand that knowledge is power, and by arming myself with the right information, I can make informed decisions that will lead to greater financial freedom. I surround myself with people who are financially savvy, who can offer guidance and insight, and who inspire me to make better choices. I seek wisdom in all areas of my life because I know that wisdom is the key to unlocking sustainable wealth. I also understand that wealth is not just material, it is spiritual, emotional, and relational. I am a wealth magnet in every area of my life. I attract loving relationships, meaningful connections, and opportunities for personal growth. I am not solely focused on accumulating money. I seek to be wealthy in love, health, peace, and joy. I know that true wealth is a balance of all these elements. And when I focus on cultivating wealth in my mind, body, and spirit, financial prosperity flows naturally. I am aligned with abundance in every area of my life, and that alignment attracts more of what I desire. I am committed to sharing the wealth I have with others. I understand that wealth is a tool that can be used to create positive change in the world. I am generous with my time, knowledge, and resources, knowing that the more I give, the more I receive. I am not selfish or greedy with my wealth, but I seek to use it to bless others and contribute to causes that align with my values. I believe that true wealth comes not just from what I keep, but from what I give. The more I bless others, the more blessings come back to me, multiplying my abundance. I attract wealth because I believe that I am deserving of it. I do not shrink away from wealth or feel guilty for pursuing it. I embrace my worthiness of success, prosperity, and abundance. I know that wealth is not just for a select few. It is for everyone who is willing to work for it, believe in it, and steward it wisely. I claim my place in the world of abundance, and I refuse to let limiting beliefs or fears hold me back. I am worthy of financial freedom, and I am committed to achieving it with integrity and purpose. As a wealth magnet and wise steward, I continuously grow and expand in my ability to attract and manage wealth. I do not see setbacks as failures, but as learning opportunities that refine my ability to create lasting prosperity. I know that wealth is not a destination, it is a journey, and I am committed to moving forward with faith, wisdom, and perseverance. I attract wealth into my life, and I steward it well, knowing that every step I take is leading me to greater success and abundance. I trust that as I remain aligned with my purpose, the wealth I attract will continue to multiply and create a legacy of prosperity for generations to come. I am walking in my next level now. I do not wait for tomorrow or for the perfect set of circumstances to begin stepping into the life I am meant to live. I understand that the next level is not some distant destination, but a mindset, a choice I make right here, right now. Each moment I live is an opportunity to move forward, to grow, and to take decisive action towards the life I envision. I don't need to wait for things to align perfectly or for the stars to align. My next level begins with the decision to step into it fully today. Walking in my next level means embracing the process of growth, even when it feels uncomfortable. I understand that stepping up requires me to push past my comfort zones, to challenge myself in ways that I have never done before. It's not always easy, and there are times when doubt and fear try to creep in, but I do not allow them to control me. I choose to rise above them. I choose to trust in my ability to handle whatever comes my way. Every time I face an obstacle, I see it as an opportunity to grow, to expand, and to walk deeper into my next level. I embrace challenges because I know that they are the stepping stones that lead to greater success. I do not wait for permission to walk in my next level. I no longer look to others for validation or approval before I take action. I am the creator of my destiny, and I trust in the power of my decisions. I know that I am capable and that the universe is working with me to manifest my dreams. I no longer hesitate when it comes to taking bold steps towards my next level. The time is now. I trust in my instincts, my abilities, and my vision, knowing that they are all I need to start walking in my next level today. There is no better time than now to take action. Walking in my next level also means shedding the old beliefs and habits that no longer serve me. I recognize that in order to step into a higher version of myself, I must leave behind the limiting beliefs that have held me back. I let go of the idea that I am not enough or that I am not capable of achieving greatness. I release the fear of failure and the need for perfection. I stop telling myself that I'll start when I have everything figured out, because I understand that growth happens when I take imperfect action. I move forward knowing that with every step, I am becoming the person I am meant to be. I am walking in my next level by taking ownership of my future. I am fully responsible for the direction of my life. I do not place blame on others or on circumstances for where I am today. I recognize that I have the power to change my life at any moment, and that starts with the decisions I make now. I choose to take full responsibility for my actions, my growth, and my success. The decisions I make today will shape my tomorrow, and I am intentional about choosing what is best for me. I understand that nothing happens by accident. Everything is a result of my choices, and I choose to walk in my next level. Walking in my next level means embracing abundance. I no longer live in a mindset of scarcity or limitation. I know that there is more than enough for everyone, and I choose to open myself up to the endless possibilities that life has to offer. I attract opportunities, resources, and the right people to help me reach my next level. I no longer hold on to fear or doubts about whether I am deserving of success. I understand that abundance is my birthright, and I align myself with it every day. I am walking in a life of abundance, and I know that my next level will only bring more opportunities for growth and prosperity. I am walking in my next level by staying committed to my vision. I refuse to be distracted by the noise around me. I keep my eyes focused on the prize, knowing that my goals are worth the effort and sacrifice. I do not allow temporary setbacks to derail me from my path. I understand that success is not an overnight event, but a journey that requires consistent effort and unwavering determination. I stay committed to the process, trusting that every step I take is bringing me closer to my next level. I am relentless in my pursuit of my dreams, and I keep moving forward with faith and perseverance. Walking in my next level means surrounding myself with the right people. I no longer allow toxic relationships to drain my energy or hinder my progress. I choose to align myself with individuals who support my growth, who inspire me to be better, and who encourage me to push beyond my limits. I recognize the power of community and collaboration, and I seek out those who will lift me up and challenge me to rise higher. I understand that the people I surround myself with have a direct impact on my success, and I choose to walk with those who are also walking in their next level. I am walking in my next level by taking care of my mind, body, and spirit. I understand that in order to show up at my highest potential, I must first prioritize my health and well-being. I invest time in nurturing my physical body through exercise, healthy eating, and rest. I take care of my mental health by practicing mindfulness, gratitude, and positive thinking. I nourish my spirit through prayer, meditation, and reflection. By taking care of myself, I am better equipped to handle the challenges that come my way, and I ensure that I am ready to step into my next level with energy, clarity, and purpose. I am walking in my next level by stepping into my power. I no longer shrink from my potential or play small. I own my greatness and embrace the unique gifts that I have to offer. I understand that I am capable of achieving extraordinary things, and I am committed to making an impact in the world. I choose to lead with confidence, to speak with conviction, and to act with purpose. I am no longer afraid to take up space or to be seen. I walk in my next level because I know that my presence matters, my voice matters, and my actions matter.